waiting for her to join. And we're going to take you through some movement today. Yay, there's Missy.
Whoa, it's so big.
Okay, Missy is a dear friend of mine. We've both gone through a lot of Z Health together. So our movements are going to be based around some brain-based concepts. So feel free to, in the comments, share any kind of joints or stiffness you guys are feeling, and we'd love to cater it towards you. We do have some things in mind, just based off of what we've been hearing our clients say. But Missy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Ooh, okay, awesome.
Hi, Tamara.
Is it always weird when someone says intro yourself and you're like,
I'm
well,
Missy. Like, what's my name? Yeah.
well, I'm so many things. Yeah, so, low back and hips.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
Tamara.
perfect.
Low back,
I'm
another low
Tam
back.
Tam. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, so, okay, my background, I've been a professional dancer my whole life. I've been in the whole neurology pain business for about 10 years now. I feel kind of old when I say that because my first Z Health course was, I think it was in 2011, but I started doing their stuff in 2010, not knowing what I was doing.
Yeah.
So when I look at 2020 going, wow, I've been doing this for 10 years. That's terrifying. Yeah, and so I live in San Diego and I'm very pregnant. So this is my daughter.
Oh, Maddie. Everyone say hi to Maddie.
That's little Maddie. Apparently when you're 4'11", the baby only has one direction it can grow, and that's out. Because it can't like grow into your ribs. So I just look very large and feel very large. But here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess my husband and I, we run a company called Movement IQ. Yeah.
That
so
too.
There's that.
So if you guys are not following their Instagram page already, it's movementiq.co, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they have a host, like a whole library list of videos. I think right now a lot of people are turning towards like workout videos, but in many cases when the stress is so high, what we really want to deliver today is just movements that ground you, relax you, take you out of fight or flight. And so Movement IQ is basically tailored around giving you those quick wins for mobility drills that, again, just make you feel, Missy always says yummy, just make you feel real good. So
delicious.
Delicious. So what we have
Yummy.
requests, we do have low back, we have hips. I saw neck and shoulder, just that's where that girl carries her stress. So let's just make sure we kind of like always come back to those. But anything else maybe before we start?
From them or me?
For you, from you.
Oh, I was like, I can talk about a lot of things. I think that's it. I've addressed that having a really intense workout isn't always the answer, especially in this time of high stress. People's cortisol levels are really high. Adrenals are fatiguing. I heard some of my clients were saying I'm stress drinking coffee. And I just thought, wow, having extra stress actually tiny little things that you normally wouldn't. And a really intense workout with 100 burpees is probably not appropriate. We need to focus on down regulating your system, because when you're stressed, it really shocks your immune system actually. And when you're calm, you're the one in control. Your blood flow slows down, your heart rate slows down. So just calming everything down and nurturing and taking care, because everyone's freaking out. So we don't need to add more, right? And it is super stressful. I'm not going to say it hasn't affected me, but feeling the earth, getting grounded, all of those things really help. So that's I'm really excited about this call today. So we can teach you guys just really, really simple things that have a massive benefit.
Totally.
That are so simple.
Totally. So why don't we first start off with maybe describing the value of assess, reassess. So I want them to have like those wins by the end of this live video. So would you mind maybe talking a little neuroscience of why we want to assess, reassess?
Yeah, sure. Cool. I mean, this is one of our golden nuggets, so I'm going to have to charge you guys for this, like $500 for this 20-minute talk. So basically, your nervous system responds instantly to stimulus. You don't have to wait 4 to 6 weeks to see if something is working for you. You can just feel your body, close your eyes, do an assessment, and go, okay. So I'll tell you right now, my low back is like a 6 out of 10, kind of sticky, tight tension. Behind my knees are like a 4 out of 10. 10's the worst. And then we'll do this stuff that we're doing together today, and then we're going to reassess it at the end. So you can just do nothing and see how you feel. You can also use a range of motion. I love this one where we just stick our arm out, plop that arm forward. This is internal rotation of your arm bone called your humerus. And I'm really mobile, and this is really terrible. I mean, that's really bad for someone like me, right? It should be like way out here. So you can see my range of motion. So Alyssa will walk us through some breathing, and then I'll reassess how my nervous system responded.
Awesome.
So yeah, let's see yours, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Like, where does yours?
So mine from the front. And mine's pretty tight too.
Oh yeah, that's not fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. My internal rotation isn't
but
great
better
either.
Than mine.
So again, like Missy said, just to kind of take a larger picture, the nervous system is so fast. So the way Missy and I work with our clients is to look from the top down, like how is your brain receiving information and how is it interpreting that and how is it essentially equating that to you being more safe or potentially more stressed. So we're hopefully picking all the drills that allow you to feel more safe, less stressed. So
yes.
as
and just know something might make it worse, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You might do it and it's like that. And then you know maybe that's not the best exercise for you.
Totally. So again, there's never a good or, information is just valuable pieces of information for us. When you reassess, just ask yourself, does it feel the same or different versus better or worse? So we wanted to start you guys off with breathing. I think during a time like this, we may resort to very shallow, short chest breathing. So I'm just going to coach us through. I got this word from my live yesterday from Lily called cleansing breath. So what I'm going to have you guys do is you want to find a comfortable seated position or even lying down. Missy, if you're fine, you can just stand. Just kind of really feel your feet underneath you. You can close your eyes if you'd like and just listen to my voice. But what I'd like for you to do is you're going to focus on a nice passive inhale through your nose. So go ahead and seal your lips and breathe in through your nose for a count of 4 seconds. As you count in for a count of 4, I want you to picture pulling in as much positivity, as much light, as much grounding, anything that brings you a little bit more safety. And then once you've finished with those 4 seconds, go ahead and open your lips just slightly and then breathe out through pursed lips. You're going to create a little restriction. Just go ahead and breathe out, and you're going to try and breathe out for twice as long as you're breathing in. So if I breathe in for 4, I'm going to purse my lips and continue to breathe out for a count of 8 seconds. What I'd like for you guys to do is continue to repeat this as you hear my voice and as I coach you through this. When you take your next inhalation, what I would like for you to focus on is resorting not necessarily to that upper chest elevation breathing, but actually to more of a global filling of your abdomen, the sides of your ribs, and even to your lower back. So again, breathing in for a count of 4 seconds. Place your hand maybe on your stomach. Allow that to expand. Allow your ribs to expand kind of wide. And then when you're done with those 4 seconds, purse your lips, create a little resistance, and then go ahead and empty your exhale for at least a count of 8. So breathing the air all the way out. The best way to increase parasympathetic activity is definitely through kind of long exhalation breaths that helps upregulate that part of the nervous system, which is our rest and digest part of the brain. So good. Missy, just do one more. So I'm having her just really focus on that nice global passive inhale. And then when she's ready, she'll just purse her lips and empty that exhale all the way out. So again, these cleansing breaths, you're trying to picture and visualize yourself taking in a lot of calming, grounding. And then when you're ready, you're emptying all that out. Cool. So after she did that, let's have her reassess. So when she's ready, she'll...
Good. Okay. Let's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
So where were you? Can you show us where you were initially before?
It was probably like, that felt so, it was probably like that.
Yeah.
And then now it's like really easily accessible to about
Right.
there.
Beautiful.
So 15, 20 degrees, 10 degrees, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So again, when we work and target kind of the nervous system, what we're looking at is sometimes muscular tension isn't actually in the muscle, right? It's just this amount of stress we hold onto that creates tightness in the body. So we're just trying to like let out that go and feel regrounded. So cool. Now that we did breath, let's turn it over to Missy, and Missy's going to guide us through something else.
That felt so good. I can't even. That felt so good. Okay, you guys. So after you just did the breath work from Melissa, just please try to utilize that all day. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to combat what you're probably doing a lot of while you're quarantined is being on the computer and starting to find yourself rounded. So this is no one spine, right? And we all know that, but it's really hard to remember. So I want to give you a really fun exercise that I call the Titanic because, okay, juggling, working at home, lunch, and my daughter, wish I could have watched longer. Oh, she's got to go. That's okay.
Oh, don't worry.
Asia, you'll watch it later.
I'm gonna record it and I'll share it with Missy. So we'll have a live replay that we can share with you, or a replay we can share with
Yeah,
you.
perfect. Okay, so the Titanic goes like this. Pretend like you're walking to the front of the Titanic with Jack. What's the girl's name? Rose?
Rose, Rose.
Yeah, I forgot. I haven't seen it in so long. So you're going to put your arms to a T. We're going to come to a standing position. Look down at those toes of yours. Make sure they're facing forward. Tuck the pelvis. Oh, you got a good view, Alyssa. Yeah. Arms to a T. You're going to flip your palms up. Now, listen closely. You're going to try to put your pinkies over your thumbs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then push them down. Lift your sternum, lift your chin, shoot your eyes up, and inhale. Exhale, drop the arms and come back to center. Okay, so it goes like this. Lengthen up, arms to a T. Flip your pinkies all the way back over your thumbs. Squeeze your scapula together, down, lift the chin, shoot the eyes up, inhale. Exhale, arms down. All right, 3 more. I'll show you from the front view. Looks like this. Lift the chin, shoot the eyes up, rotating the pinkies back, squeeze the scaps together and down. Exhale to neutral. 2
I am
more.
tight.
Inhale. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just got a big pop in my sternum. See, it didn't happen until rep 3. That's why you got to do a couple of these. Lift, flip the pinkies up, squeeze and depress. Lift the chin, eyes up. Inhale. Exhale down. Oh. Last one. And then at the end, you can say, Jack, I'm flying. And that's how you're going to remember to do this exercise is think of Rose at the front of the Titanic. I love you, Jack. Oh my gosh, I feel so. Who is really tight right here?
Yeah,
Oh my
actually I feel
gosh.
it in my biceps, funny enough.
You feel your buys.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
do too. I do too. Biceps, sternum, pec. Oh my gosh. 2 from sleeping. I woke up. I was like this today on my side. I woke up and I had to like crackle my body.
Uncrackle, crackle.
Yeah. Okay, so far we did breathing and then we did Titanics and then Alyssa's gonna do, what are we doing?
I think we talked about feet. I think feet are going to be pretty valuable.
Yeah.
So let me move my phone. So these are called toe pulls. So what I'm going to have you guys do is stand up from where you're at. I'll turn to the side. You're going to gently place your foot behind you in like a neutral position. If you happen to have like something like happen to have this will help kind of support and cushion the foot. Ideally, you probably want to hold on to some sort of support like a wall. That way you're not focused on balancing. But I'm just going to remove the pillow so you guys can actually see. So once the foot is behind you and you're holding onto support, you should feel a nice stretch on the front of the ankle. From here, you're going to gently do like a nice soft knee bend. So we're not going down into a full squat. We're just kind of adding a little bit of load onto that back foot and then just slowly stand up from there. Just repeat that maybe a couple of more times. Good. And then once you're done with that, you'll switch sides. So I'll do this side from the, or this foot from the side. Just gently kind of loading. You can see I'm not bending my knees into like a full squat. It's just a very soft knee bend to load the front of that ankle.
Yes.
If you guys happen to cramp, that's probably, well, number one, that's normal for not really moving these joints that much. Missy, would you mind talking to them about what joint this correlates to when it comes to muscles?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to nerd out, we can talk about it, but otherwise, just think of it as like a top of the foot stretch. Who stretches the top of their feet? No one. Okay, maybe dancers. So, yeah, that joint we're targeting for the nerdy folk is right in the middle of the foot, and it's kind of like a light switch for your hip flexors. So your quads right here. So that joint in your foot has the ability to like turn off and on your hip flexors. Kind of important if you ever want to lift your leg or walk, right? So a lot of people come to Alyssa and I and they say, ow, you know, my hip flexors hurt. I don't know. Every time I get out of the car, that's a big one I hear. And you know what? Just busting out this top toe pull can really, really help with hip flexor and quadricep issues.
Especially for those of us that might be sitting more now that we're maybe not going into work and we're working
Right.
from home. Like those are an area that typically gets very chatty. So stand up, do that middle toe pull. What you might feel is almost an instant relief of like that area being like really chatty.
Crunched up.
Crunched up.
Plus it just feels good.
It feels so good. Okay, Miss, back to you.
Okay,
what is
so
what?
Let me try to get more space.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can. Oh, don't drop, you guys. Okay. Okay, you guys, this is like my favorite thing in the world. I do this all the time. Okay, can't really fit, I guess, my whole body. That's okay. This is called a spinal roll, and we're going to go down one vertebra at a time and just open up each part of your spine. So Alyssa has a really nice view. What you're going to do is a big sun salutation up. Inhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Line up your spine really tall and long. Tuck your pelvis so you're in neutral. Make a double chin. Now you're going to release your arms and tuck your chin only until you can't anymore. And take a breath. Now you're going to go one vertebrae at a time, and your arms will be heavy and your head will be heavy, and you're going to slowly start to roll, pretending like I'm there, touching each and every vertebrae at the bottom all the way. Now, when you want to, bend your knees as soon as it feels natural. Oh my goodness. Feels so good. Take 2 breaths here. When you're ready, bend the knees a lot. Start with the sacrum, tuck your pelvis, and then start to roll up. One vertebrae at a time, arms heavy, head heavy, and your head is the very last thing to come up. Yay, Jay, hi. Oh, this is heaven.
Yeah, it feels so good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to do 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
And I'm going to actually be here to see Alyssa's form and talk you guys through some stuff. So big sun salutation up. Breathe in. You're so healthy, happy to be alive. Use the hands to heart center moment to align your skeleton and organize. When you're ready on your next exhale, drop the chin, release the arms, and do only the neck. And take a big breath there. And then we're going T1, T2, T3, which is your rib cage, one vertebra at a time, getting an opening on the back side. Your spine houses your spinal cord, you guys. Getting hydration and movement into your spine is so important, especially during a time like this, because in the low back is where a lot of lymph nodes live. Now we're going to bend the knees a lot, tuck the pelvis, and roll up from the sacrum through the lumbars, then the upper back. Yeah. So when you're doing this, I want you to focus right here, because that's where all those nodes live. Good little baby bum. She's in the way of this movement for me a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so last one, we can go a little quicker just to save time, but in all honesty, I would love it to take 30 whole seconds at least. Slowly roll down, jaw relaxed, arms heavy, head heavy, pelvis is tucked, chin to chest, noodle arms. Keep breathing. Soften the jaw, soften the forehead. Tuck the pelvis, bend the knees when you're ready. Sacrum, low back, mid back, shoulders, and your head is the very last thing. Hallelujah. Oh my goodness.
So good. I've been really stiff actually.
It's so good.
Yeah. For those of you that are doing it, I actually kind of close my eyes, but I can sense where I'm at. If you close your eyes and you feel a little dizzy, just reopen them. But for me, that can kind of get me back into my body a little bit. So feel free to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Okay, cool. So we kind of did a little bit of that. What was, is there anything else maybe for you that you wanted?
We're either going to do neck or jaw. Oh, pelvis. Let's do pelvis.
Okay. Let's do pelvis. So I'll have to stand for this.
Yeah.
For pelvis, all we're going to do is, for many of us, if we sit too long, we'll see a little bit of curve in the lower back. What we want to do is kind of coach you how to move kind of in and out of that position. I don't want to over exaggerate kind of this pelvic tucking. I actually just want motion. So as you guys are with us today, just go ahead and stand. When you're ready, place your hands kind of on your hips to get a little bit of awareness. Missy and I talk a lot about kind of just rubbing and waking stuff up around it. We have sensory receptors that when we kind of give them a little love, we have a better idea of how to move them. So once you're kind of moving and rubbing around the pelvis, go ahead and pause and place your hands right on your hips. From here, you're just going to gently tuck your tailbone underneath and then go ahead and sway all the way back out. You can also do this motion on the floor if you're having a hard time kind of isolating the pelvis. If you lay against the ground, you can probably have that proprioception to articulate against the floor. So just allow kind of that forward and back motion. Once you do a few forward and back, what I encourage you to do is let's go side to side. So hiking the hip up to one side and then switching, going back and forth.
Feels so good.
And what I'd like to have you guys do is connect all those 4 dots. So we're going to create a full circle. So kind of coming all the way around. Take your time. If it feels sticky in some areas, that's fine. Just slow down a little bit. Bring awareness to where you might feel sticky. And then switch directions, kind of come around the other way. And as you do this, hopefully, be cautious. Don't move into pain. Take your time. All we're doing is trying to wake up joints and then, again, decrease the stickiness. Cool. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. Movement is so healing.
Clearly, both of us are movement fans. We're like, oh my God, it feels
So
great.
good.
Okay.
My body was like, I call it Rice Krispie treats. It was like snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Okay,
So
moving on.
moving on. One more, I
I think
think. Yeah.
I think I'll do one more. Okay, so
Cool.
for this one, we're gonna get really weird. I'm gonna change it up on you, Liz. I just feel like doing eye circles because I
I
feel like it
agree.
makes sense. Okay, so for my last one for the day, you guys, you all know this. You're really good at looking forward and down. But oh, he's kissing my finger.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Down, okay, forward and down, right? So what we want to just gift to you is to remember that your eyeballs are designed to move in other directions too. So back in the day, hi Olive, if you couldn't see a tiger coming at you, you're gonna get eaten, right? It's gonna eat your face. So it's really important that your eyeballs are able to shoot in all directions for survival. Okay, obviously, no saber-tooth tiger is going to attack you today, but we want to just tell your brain that you can trust your eyes because they're able to do stuff on command. All right, so what we're going to do is let's just stick out our index finger at eye level, lengthen up, tuck the chin a little bit, and we're going to make a basketball sized circle. Okay, what happens is I say basketball size, and then people go like this. So your basketball is like really big from some other planet. So hi Julie, do one like a real size basketball. Okay, so chin down, finger at eye level. Don't let your head move. We're going to shoot the eyes up about 2 to 4 inches, and we're going to go around like a clock. Just kind of circle around your face and see if any part of this circle makes you feel uncomfortable or you're blinking extra or you're starting to breathe heavy. You should be able to move your eyes without moving your head. Preferably, I would like you to focus on the upper part, which I call the rainbow part. And just notice what you feel. Yes. And then to end this little eye section, what I'm going to have you guys do is actually just shoot your eyes directly up. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a breath. I don't know about you, but eyes up is very fatiguing.
Yeah, for sure.
I felt like my eyes wanted to shake.
Yeah, totally. And like what
That's
Misty
not
mentioned
good.
is we have more reps under our belt of either looking down or even just looking straight ahead. And so when we move our eyes and explore a larger range of motion, we might feel that like, oh my God, I'm really tired. So again, just like muscles in our body, our eyes have muscles that should also be moved.
Yeah, eyeballs have
Yeah.
muscles.
So, as we mentioned in the beginning, let's have everyone kind of just reassess how they're feeling. We're going to check internal rotation. Mine is definitely better. I feel much looser. See how Missy's is. Yeah, Missy's improved more than mine, actually. So,
That's better. Oh, and then
yeah.
I just did an overall tension scan. Let me
Cool.
just, okay, I literally don't feel anything wherever I did earlier. I think I said low back
Yeah,
and
you
my
did.
knees, they're like a 1 out of 10 now from very little movement. So
Cool.
I actually got a lot of benefit from teaching you guys today.
Nice. Would you mind maybe sharing with them that quick body scan that you took yourself through? That might be useful for them to kind of take away with
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I love doing this. Okay, so basically, yeah, it's like I literally picture where when you scan a piece of paper. So I always like to do it in neutral, but you can do it feet together. Close the eyes and pretend, like you're laying on that paper scanner thingy, the copier, and
Oh, that's
scan
what you
through
meant.
your body, right? Like you're laying there. It's scanning through your
Mm,
toes, midfoot, heel, shins, knees, front of thighs, back of thighs, glutes, front of pelvis, stomach, low back, chest, back, arms, elbows, wrist, fingers, neck, face, forehead, back of the neck, top of the skull. And just simply scanning your body, you'll notice that some parts of you are quite louder than others. Like most people don't feel their ears during a body scan because they don't move very much, so they don't provide a lot of stimulus. But you might feel your feet like, okay, I'm super pregnant, my feet, like I feel like I ran up and down the stairs 10 times and I have done nothing. Okay, so they're very loud to me right now, but for someone else it might be the back of the neck from working on the computer all day, especially our Google, Facebook, Apple, Pandora, Yelp, all the Silicon Valley where you guys are all working from home now. And the engineers, you're so used to cranking on the neck. So you might have tension down the back side of your body. So yeah, that's like, I guess, yeah, just called a body scan.
I love it.
I do it a lot, I guess, a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably still like routine for you, but this is such a good practice for everyone to start to implement. I talk a lot
Yeah.
about just having that conversation with your body and opening that doorway for you to like, how are you doing? How is she doing? And then being able to like have
Right.
her speak to you. So I think that visual of like being on the scanner is like such a good visual because it's like that light that comes up and down your body of like what's
Yeah.
brighter, what's louder, what's talking to me.
It like
So
turns red
yeah,
over the spots that you feel, you know.
totally
Yeah,
awesome.
really cool.
Well, thank you so much, Missy. Any lasting words of encouragement or advice for this group?
Oh, I mean, honestly, what I would say is, I'm talking to a lot of people privately through instant messenger, DMs on Insta. I don't know what it's called. And there's a lot of hecticness right now, and the more calm you are, the better, because you don't know it, but people are watching you too, and you can impact others by just being a light of love and peace and compassion. And it's very scary for all of us, but we're in it together. And I'm having people that I coach, they don't like this exercise, but I'm making them do it. I have them tell me what is the good that can be coming out of all of this. And they look at me like I have, 10 heads. They're like, the good? How could there be any good from this? But there actually is if you let yourself just go inward for a moment and think, you know what? I always say I'm too busy to read this book or too busy to do this or I don't have time to do joint mobility. Well, here you go, right? So just
Hmm.
being nice and kind to yourself. There's nothing you should or shouldn't be doing. And just keeping everything calm and regulated. You have enough stressful stimuli right now. So
Hmm.
that's all I would say. What's the
Yeah.
good that can come out of it all?
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Missy, for
You're
joining us
welcome.
today.
We were so happy to be here.
And we are so grateful. I think the more that, the world can see, again, like you said, kind of shedding that light, especially from vibrant, magnetic personalities like yours, it's just, again, a very calming, reassuring space to feel more safety and feel just more relaxed in a very high stress time. So thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, we'll talk to you all very soon. I will be on here live tomorrow with Taylor Gage. But again, Missy
Ooh,
Bunch, so thankful and have a great day,
thanks, guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.